Hello, hello, Zen friends. Happy Sunday afternoon to you. Welcome to a special edition on Sunday afternoons where I come back on to finish up all the readings from this morning. I didn't get to any of the free readings then, but I will complete them all. In the description box of the video right now, you'll see a list of the order in which the readings will be completed if you want to follow along. After I'm done with the stream, I will post a comment and pin it listing the timestamps even. I know we're moving on up in the world. All right, so we'll jump into there. You'll notice there's no chat in the session. I'm not taking any new questions at this time. I will be back on Friday for more additional readings. I'm on Friday night and Saturday nights at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and Saturday and Sunday afternoon, morning, 11 a.m. Starting times. If you are interested in diving deeper with me, I do have YouTube channel memberships, 2 levels: Zen Cricket $2.99, Praying Mantis $7.99. We get together on Thursday nights for 2, 3, sometimes 4 hour reading session, unlimited readings, tarot. We do oracle, past life, etc. And so that's for both groups together. And then on Friday and Saturday nights and Sunday after my earlier session, we do get together with the Praying Mantis members, special sessions for them. So if you're interested, there's a link down for that. Also, I offer personal readings. There's a link down there for that too, if you want a deep dive reading for those two. Blah, blah, blah. So there we go. Plus, I have a lot of free content if you are wanting messages from spirit. I know not everyone is always able to make donations, etc., or purchase a reading. But there's links down in playlists of all the videos I put out each month. So if you want more messages from spirit, there's a lot of free content there too. I know I'm crazy Zen. I do a lot. So enjoy. I'm going to be using these craft cards for this session. Beautiful little it's like the original tarot with some different coloration on them. I like those. So that's what we're going to use. I think that's everything I wanted to say. So let's dive in. Let me move this over here, my little list. So we will start up. So Brenda, let's put your timestamp here, and thank you for your donation. We do have 2 donations. I will do those first. They take a little longer, and then the rest, the free readings, go a little faster. So hang in there, everybody. So Brenda, thank you for your donation and your little halo emoji. Yeah, who is innocent? Is that like when you're children? You're like, no, not them for sure. I'm just kidding. All right, so thank you for your donation. And you wanted a general for today. All right, let's take a look here. Happy Easter to you. All right, let's see. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Brenda. So you got these 2 and this one. And I do like that one for you. This one is also wanting to be heard, and that's below the surface there. Yep, and I think that's it. Bottom of the deck, you do have the 4 of Pentacles, which is a card of its stability in the outside world. It also can represent home, being the 4 walls in the outside world. So we'll see what comes in here regarding this. But there is this feeling of security, this feeling of safety that I like coming in here as well. So if that was something, but again, financial stability. Let's see what these first 2 cards are here. Yeah, you got the Page of Wands and the 8 of Cups. So I do like this energy here. The 8 of Cups is about, this emotional inventory. It's an energy of preparing for future love. I like that, right? We like about that. You're like, I didn't ask about love. I know. This is good though, because they're saying, you know, giving you a tool to help you prepare for new passion, new love in the future. And the 8 of Cups is like being aware, one, of relationships that no longer serve you, right? So, you know, we find ourselves giving 70, 80, 90% of the energy into relationships, and other people only giving 10, 20, 30% consistently. You know, a healthy relationship can go back and forth because we might have days where we're like, I can only give 10% today. They're like, that's okay. Today I will give 90. You're like, thank you. Other days I give 90 and they can only give 10. That's good. That's healthy. We adapt. And some days I can only give 10, they can only give 10. And then that pocket in the middle we're comfortable with. We're like, it's okay. You don't need to make up for it. Let's just spend some alone time away from each other today so we don't kill each other. Right. But when it's consistently giving to someone else that amount all the time, that's unhealthy, right? It's unless it's a child, that's different. Children need that in the beginning, but when it's adults, um, that's like kind of represents codependent relationships, and it's our overgiving. And what we can do is some of the relationships we're like, yeah, we know. We're ending those. We're getting all that emotional energy back and putting it in our emotional bank, right? And then there's others that were like, well, I'm going to give them a chance. I'm going to back off to 50%. If they'll make up the difference, then the relationship can continue to be healthy. If they don't, the relationship drifts apart. And then you can take back all that 50%. But it's about being really aware of where you're investing your emotional energy in relationships. They can be past loves, it could be family, friends, coworkers, whatever, but it's about being aware and making those adjustments because this is part of that energy. You're building up your emotional bank to prepare to have an emotional relationship, because if you don't have an emotional bank built up, then your heart is like, nope, I don't have, the uh credit, the spending ability to spend emotional energy on anyone, so I don't want anyone to come in. It will keep things away, it'll keep people away. The other thing is about emotional energy that we have pushed down, any, emotions that we had when we were younger, usually 7 years old and younger, that's when our emotional body's created. And these can be emotions generally around sadness and anger. Because as children, you might, uh, this might resonate with you and your children, right? Keep this in mind, right? That, you know, children will respond, 3 different ways when they need to express their emotion. Happy, laughing, right? Parents love happy, laughing children, right? Usually. Um, and then there's the sad, crying, and then there's the anger tantrum, right? Now, the other 2, parents usually are like, "You stop your crying, I'll give you something to cry about." Or, "If you don't stop your tantrum, I'm gonna take you out and whoop you in the car." At least when growing up, that's what we used to hear a lot, among other families, not ours. We were angels. I'm just kidding. Um, um, but those other 2, we didn't know what to do with because we're told, "Don't feel those, don't express those feelings." So what we do is we push those down, but those are charged, and those take energy to keep them down here and not being expressed. And we just kept them down there, maintaining it, not thinking we need to do anything with that, but we can allow our inner child to feel those emotions, and then they transform and they're not charged anymore. All that energy we're using to keep it down also goes into our emotional bank. So all this is about creating those emotional um, credits into your account so you have those to spend on this relationship. So it's time to take action on those things. All right. What else do they have here for you? Oh, you got this little wonderful balancing energy coming in here in the outside world. So the 2 of Pentacles is, and I don't feel like this is an action thing on your part. I just feel like this is like a good indication that things are balancing out in your physical world. And we know that we had a lot of astrology. In fact, in my little this little daily planetary guidebook that I follow the energies of the planets, next week even says, the year 2025 has been brimming with a largely nonstop barrage of exciting, thrilling, sometimes dramatic cosmic influences. And so much has been going on, it may have been difficult to settle down into a cozy routine. All that changes now. Hallelujah, right? As the skies calm down, and nothing major will be going on until May 24th when Saturn changes signs. So we got this. All right, yeah, because last week we had Mercury going to Aries. We had, let's see, Mars going to Leo. We will have Venus go into Aries on the 30th of this month. So there's a little bit, but a lot of the other huge energies, huge changes have calmed down. So I feel like this balancing energy is coming in, and you're like, whew, you can take a breath. So Good news, right? And then we also have the Six of Wands. Beautiful. We have some good victories, some wonderful energies coming here. So I feel like this is talking about more this week coming up here for you, that you're going to some good victories. You're going to feel like, all right, some fruition of some things, this feeling of victory. Um, on things balancing out, but things also, because things are balancing out, things feel like they're stacking up in a positive way. Like, wow, all right, things are falling into place. That's a better way to say it. So I like that. Beneath the surface here, yeah, you have the Tower card. This is a card that's telling you that I feel like some obstacles are being removed out of your life today and this following week too. So some whatever it is, whether it's person, I feel like it is personal and business, and it's like different areas of your life this week have things that are getting removed so that it opens up the clogs, so things start to flow. It allows you to move forward. Things that it may have been obstacles holding you back are being blasted out of the way. So I like that energy too. It just feels very flowy. And so I don't feel like these things even feel like they're happening to you. You definitely feel like these things that are being removed are happening for you. And you're just like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Things that needed resolution that you're like, I don't know what I'm going to do. They resolve themselves. And you're just like, huh, well, good. Thank you. So make sure to put the gratitude. It'll bring more of that in for you too. Yeah, look at this King of Pentacles. Abundance, abundance, fullness of life. So I do feel like something is about to really flow towards you here and open the floodgates where things do feel like abundant for you. Can start today, and then, but I feel like next week is a big week of just this balance and building and flow where things really start to feel really solid in your, especially in your external world. So I like that for you. Let's see what your fortune cookie says, Brenda. All right. And of course, if you're enjoying your readings, don't forget to give a thumbs up. It does help spread the Zen love, so I appreciate that. If you want, no pressure. It says, I see clearly actions of manipulation. I see the truth. Oh, I love that. Because I feel like this clarity, this stuff, the manipulators, people that are doing things, I feel like you see it clearly, and things are getting, these are some of the people or situations are being blasted out of your path for you. So I like that. All right. That's what they have for you, Brenda. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Ashvin Ray, you are up next here. All right. So Ashvin, thank you so much for your donation. And you'd like a general for May. I know, can you believe May is like 2 weeks away? After that, we're in June. We're in the middle of the year. I tell you, this year is flying by. Let me take a quick sip here. All right. So what would they like you to know from me? Okay, you've got those. What else? Okay. Is there 5 weeks in May? Oh no, those are the underlying energy. Okay, I get it. Thank you. So you've got 3 that are the general energy for May, and then you've got 4 weeks, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and then you've got some underlying energy that we'll look at too. Just the bottom of the deck, which is kind of like the flow or the taste. Yeah, like the taste, the base of your month is the 3 of Cups. So you've got joy and celebration energy for May coming in here. And also can represent connection to your spiritual posse, and also a connection with what you could consider your community or your support team in human form. So if you don't have like a couple of besties, like 2 best friends, I feel like you're gonna at least meet one of them, or if you have one already, I feel like another one will come in where it's just these wonderful peas in a pod kind of energy, this support. And that's an important kind of um, part of our lives, friends can be in our lives forever, whereas people we date or people we marry can be temporarily in our lives. But these people are like people that will be like friends forever kind of energy that are coming in. Plus, you have your spiritual posse up there too. But I like this joyful fullness of life kind of energy for me, being your underlining force. And then you have three cards for the overall, more about the overall energy of the month. Wow, Nine of Cups, emotional fullness, almost like a dream come true emotional energy. So I do feel like May, you have this great possibilities of really having an emotionally fulfilling time. You got the Knight of Cups too. Definitely movement of emotion. What's this one? Oh, and the Son of Pentacles. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles energy too is about a change of what you're investing your energy into. Like you're not getting the quite the fruit that you thought you would in something, and it could be some friendships, relationship energy because you're changing here. But I like that the ultimate overall energy is joy, emotional movement, and emotional fulfillment for the month. But there is a change that you make with that Seven of Pentacles because they're looking at the harvest, going, "Meh, is that really what I want to continue focusing on?" I thought I wanted apples, and now that I'm making apples, and I've made tons of applesauce, and I've made tons of apple fritters, and apple pie, and apple juice, and I've given boatloads of apples away. I'm kind of done with apples. I'm ready for something different. I feel like this is a change that happens in May too. We'll see here as we go week by week what's coming in. Week one, you got the Three of Wands. So it looks like right off the bat in the first week of May, with new information, you are you have a cut. I was like, I just saw that. Sorry, gross. um, this is a change of direction in going like, with new information, like that Seven of Pentacles, right? Huh? I don't really want to go that way anyway. I want to take a detour. I'm altering course, but that energy is you choosing. It's not, whoop, you're getting, whiplashed and knocked in a different direction. No, it's you going, I don't want that anymore. I'm taking this direction. So week one is when you make a decision about altering course. Don't feel like it's not a major arcana change, which is life changing. It's smaller, life altering, not huge, right? Week number two, you have the strength card. So Leo energy, really connecting into the courage and your inner strength. I feel like you decide week one, week two is you really stepping in and having the courage to make the change that you're determining in the first week, and you're like, I'm doing it. It's me time. I'm choosing for me. I'm altering um and making these changes, but it's because it's what I want, not because it's what I think other people want me to do. It's that courage of stepping forward and having that courage and bravery to take action. Third week, Hermit. So there is this little bit of a retreat in the third week, but this is, with this energy of the Three of Cups, which was the your spiritual posse. The third week, you're really spending some time connecting, asking questions, looking for clarity, spending time with spirit and your loved ones on the other side, asking for their guidance. Um, but really, the week 2 with that strength card, that's you communing with your higher self too, right? Because of the infinity symbol, we've got, the lion is your human, and then the infinity is your spirit self. Well, hermit card, the little star inside the lantern is your higher self too, and the spiritual team. So week 2 and week 3, week 2 is more taking action, and that while still going, you got my back, and, asking some questions. But the third week I feel is a very super reflective, super connection with spirit, where you're asking for some great guidance, on some other things. Yeah, okay. So they're saying, yeah, you make a lot of decisions week 1, you put things into action week 2, week 3, you're like, I really like how this went. What else do I want to change? And you're asking spirit for more guidance on making some other changes. Yeah, and then the fourth week, you put those into action here with the four, not the four, the page of wands, which is like a number 11. You're going to a whole new level of taking action as well. And you're just really excited about making some changes here in May. The two cards of the underlying energy. Yeah, well, here you go. Queen of Wands, you're really stepping into your power. Queen of Wands, again, she also has a strong connection to spirit. So, a big piece of this, you're really stepping into knowing who you are, that you deserve answers and connection to spirit, and that they are so on your side and wanting to bring a lot of clarity and a lot of guidance for you. And when the Queen of Wands, when she puts her mind to something or energy to something, get out of the way because you can make things happen. This is you. This is what's going on with all this energy here. Yeah. And the Knight of Swords. So, Knight of Swords definitely is about, the quest of seeing things from a higher perspective, from spirit's perspective, and really, you know, doing that. Even under the Three of Cups, you have the Ace of, wow, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Swords. Wow. What? And the Ace of Cups. So you do beneath all of that Three of Cups energy, it's all this new beginnings that you're initiating. Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, the emotions, the mindset, and your energy. So you definitely are on this wonderful, wonderful, ready for some endings, ready for some new beginnings, ready to initiate some new things. And you feel like you have the backing and the support of spirit in doing it. And they're there, they're showing you that they're there. And you got support in the outside world that's also reflected. And, but I love this. You just have this following your heart, following your joy kind of energy for me. So loving this for you. Buckle up, Ashvin. All right, let's see what your fortune cookie says here. All right, this is your one here. And it says, I am clearly guided by my revered guardian who protects me always. Look at that. So there you go. That's all that support we were talking about. So beautiful, beautiful. That's what they have for you, Ashvin. So many blessings. Thank you again for your donation. Appreciate that. All righty. So up next, we do move to my YouTube channel members. They get second priority over donations. And up first, we do have Happy Pill. So Happy Pill, put your, whoops, there we go. Put your timestamp here for after I'm done. So Happy Pill, you want to know what's coming in your life. All right, let's take a look here. What's coming forward? Of course, everyone, the free readings move faster than the donations, so hang in there. All right. If you're enjoying free readings, make sure to give the little thumbs up. It does help spread the Zen love. So appreciate that if you'd like to do that. Wow, look at this. So you got the Queen of Pentacles and the Fool card coming in. So Queen of Pentacles is about new birth, as well as the Fool card is about a new adventure free of a lot of limitations, expectations. It's kind of like this childlike energy where the world feels like full of possibilities, right? And but it is about, following your heart and not letting the mind go supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be. That's all opinion, right? It's like the world is your oyster. What is next? What am I heading? And the Queen of Pentacles is that mother nature, mother nurture, again, birthing energy. But it's also this you know, she's got emotion behind the scenes, and it's very much about, you know, part of nurturing yourself is following your heart. Where's your joy taking you? What direction is that taking? Getting out of the head and into the heart, allowing this to move forward. But there is this opportunity that's coming up with the Queen of Pentacles too in the outside world to start new, to have a fresh start. So be on the lookout if you're looking to move or new relationship or new job, new career, this it's this newness and this opportunity, but it's not with it being the full card and a royal, it's not just a little thing. It's a significant change where you're like, well, I really would like to move, out of this city or this town, and suddenly you find you have a job offer that they'll pay to move you to this other city that's, further away, and you're like, I'm going for it. And I feel like it's that kind of opportunity that opens up. It's a big kind of a double duty change, because that's a career job and like a position or job change and a location change. It's that kind of thing that's happening here. But it's like a double shotgun change that's for you. It's not something bad for you. It's something that you feel is very beneficial. So I like that for you, Happy Pill. So boom, boom, boom. Here we go. All right. That's what they have. So many blessings to you. Then we have Andrea 54 Hector. You are up next. And happy belated birthday to you. Happy birthday. So you're on the Taurus cusp with Aries, huh? How fun for you. All right. So, any messages from your loved ones, please? Your father Hector or anyone else? I had was guided to grab these healing spirit oracle for anyone that wanted a message from people on the other side. So that's what we're going to pull here. We'll see who is bringing a message through here. All right, there's your card. Came flying out of the deck already. Heal the past and fix tomorrow. Look, and you got all these people. Look all around here, all these beings. Like this is you in the middle, and all these other beings around you. So your father is here, and one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, a whole bunch of others that are coming in here for you. It's card number 8, if that means anything to you. So let's see what we have here. So heal the past and fix tomorrow. The message coming through that it is never helpful to carry painful memories through your entire life. So all these spirit healers and helpers are guiding you to the moment when it will be right for you to sit in the quiet of your own mind and invite them to help you. You must use this connection to conquer your past hurts and go forward and reach your full potential. The spirit healers and helpers will let you know when the moment is right to cut the ties to the past and let go and grow. Wow. So they're inviting you, and I feel like the time is now, and this is what you've been waiting for, to be able to have a little extra assistance emotionally, mentally, energetically, even physically, releasing things from our bodies. And because we store emotion and stuff in our bodies too. So if you have some aches and some pains, just, you can sit with all of them and they're ready to help heal and transform some things in your life. Whether that's while you're dreaming, you might have some weird, bizarre dreams that are helping release things. You might feel emotional movement, spiritual, energetic movements, have things pop into your head, but they're coming up for you to question and transform. But they're there to help you release these things because they've served their purpose. You don't need to carry them your entire life, and you don't have to do, God forbid, shadow work on everything. There's some things that you can just hand over to them, some things that'll be released in a variety of ways, but it's about it's about letting go and surrendering a lot of that stuff. So I like that for you, Andrea 54 Hector. That's what they have for you right now. So happy birthday and many blessings to you. All right. And then Nelia Medeiros, you are up next for your free reading. Thank you for your donations earlier. And your free reading is anything that you need to know. Let's take a look here. What do you need to know? Anything you need to know. Okay. This one. Got the Knight of Swords and the Lovers. Woo, woo, woo. I know. Yay. So this is kind of like a celebration or a validation that you have been working on releasing some old ways of thinking regarding relationships, whether it's lovers or friends and family or all of it. But the Knight of Swords has been this quest. They're on that quest for the Ace of Swords, which connects us to the capital T truths, allowing us to see things differently. beyond, it's like when we look at, like if we ask a question about something going on, in this world, and we're like, why are they doing that? There's like two answers. There's, well, not really two answers, but two perspectives. There's one from the human perspective of that person's being a jerk because they're in fear and they do this because that happened. This is what caused them to do blah 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 blah. We're understanding why that human character is doing the crap that they're doing. The fearful acts is what crap is, right? But then we can also see it from a higher perspective. What's the real reason this is happening? What's the reason behind the scenes, below the surface? Like that person is doing that so that I can witness that will spark this trigger inside of me, which when that happens within me, then I question it because I'm tired of feeling it over and over again. Trigger, 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 trigger. I'm like, all right, come here, trigger. Where do you come from? Let's get to the root. Let's follow the wire, right? Down and going, "Oh, that irritates me because that reminds me of my stepfather, and he looks like them, they talk like him, and that's why it's pissing me off," right? And now I get it, and now I can dismantle that trigger. The trigger is transformed. It no longer does that anymore, and that's the reason why that was happening. That's the gift in the situation for us. And so I feel like that's what's kind of coming here is especially when relationships, you're getting a lot of ahas. You've been really looking into transforming expectations, small T truths, rooted in fears, like expectations. Well, I should do this and they should do that, and blah, blah, blah. But you're seeing things from different perspectives, and it's allowing you and has allowed you more and more and more not to take things personally, where you're like, I get it. This is why this is going on. You're seeing that bird's eye view instead of the view within the forest. You're seeing the forest, right? So hopefully that makes sense. But I love that for you. It's like a celebration, um, that you've been putting in that effort and you've been having those ahas and epiphanies, and that you will continue to have more too. But it's like a celebration, a confirmation. I don't know what other word could say, but you get it. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear, my dear. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we have Divine Empathic Tarot. You are up next. Grab your timestamp. I realized um in the in one of the uh sessions where I typed your name, it 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 auto corrected it to like potato or uh Tato, like Tato, Tato, or something like that. I'm like, what? Because it tried doing it again when I was typing your name earlier, and I'm like, oh my god. So that was funny. Again, with the fiend friend, it's like our autocorrect is our connection, right? Anyway, so your question is, what do you need to know today? Let's take a look here. So, what do you need to know today? Besides how to turn off autocorrect on our phones, right? Oh, wow, you got 2 major arcana, the Wheel of Fortune and the Moon. Beautiful, beautiful. So, I like this. The moon energy is really coming in here. I feel like one message that comes in with this is we have the next new moon coming up here in Taurus, which we just posted a video yesterday, so be sure to check that out. But the new moon in Taurus and then the full moon that's coming up after that, 2 weeks after that, is an important time. It's very fortunate, and I feel like on each of those days, it's important to use the new moon wishes and the release energy of both of those moons this month. Specifically so because of this Wheel of Fortune, um, because I believe, yeah, the fixed sign here of Taurus in the corner too. So the moon in Taurus, very important here. And then also just moons in general. I feel it's very fortunate for you to follow the moon cycles, follow what, as the moon changes signs every 2 to 3 days, that you can use that moon energy for your benefit, rather than being, thrown all over the place by the constantly changing moon emotional energy. Once you're aware of it, you can go, okay, I know that when, let's see, what is the moon in today? I should be looking at that, right? I think it's in, um, it was in Scorpio earlier, Sagittarius. It went into, yeah, it went into Capricorn. So we're in Capricorn. Oh, no, later this evening. Let's see, what time is it? It's almost 4 o'clock here. So that's, yeah, so it's 5:22 p.m. Mountain, which is 7:22 Eastern. The moon goes into Aquarius. Like right now it's in Capricorn, which is very work oriented and task oriented. Then we go into woo, wonderful, my Aquarius sun, but when you go into that Aquarius moon, it's going to be a mental energy that well, Capricorn's kind of a mental energy, but it's work, earthy, boom, boom, boom. So it changes into Aquarius energy. When we're aware of that and we're on top of it, when I start to feel differently emotionally, I'm like, oh, it's the moon energy changing instead of, oh my God. And we react to it, we get to respond to it instead. So I feel like that's the important message. And that's what they want you to know today. So many blessings to you. That's what they have for you. All right. So that's it for the YouTube channel members. Now we're going into the other free readings. And we have quite a few. I think we got about 20. So hang in there. These do go a little faster, like I said, but we do have a few. The order in which the readings are being completed is in the description box of the video. If you want to kind of see where you're at after I'm done, I will pin a comment with the timestamps also, so you guys will be able to find your readings faster. All right, so let's take a sip before we get started here. All right. So blessed, let me hear. Blessed one, there we go. Since it's right at 37 minutes even. So blessed one, you'd like a general reading? Absolutely. Let me highlight that so I can see. All right. So what would they like you to know right now, blessed one? Besides that you are blessed, right? I know. That's why I have my name then. Wow, but you definitely are blessed. Wow. All right. Two major arcana. Well, no, one major arcana, but one big hunkin' card. The Chariot, which is a victory card, it's also a movement card. 10 of Pentacles, big, huge success and fullness of life in the outside world card, too. So I like that for you. It's also a partnership card. So if you're looking for love, there definitely is this energy of something moving towards you. But I definitely feel like your outside world is definitely has a blessing coming. Oh, blessed one. The Chariot card is the power of choice card, right? And I feel like the combination of these cards is about you have blessings coming, you know, minimum this blessing. Power of choice, you could have this much blessing. And how you do that basically is like if I focus in on what I am grateful for and what I have had come into my life that I'm grateful for, that opens the floodgates and expands our ability to receive more, right? Like it opens up the door through which the blessings are coming. Right now, it's a little door. It's going to come in regardless. Whatever you do or don't do, you're going to have some blessing coming in. So that's great. But you're like, I'm going to use this little button and I'm going to, and now there's more blessing that can come in. This is what it's talking about here. So if you can focus in on, specifically, what am I grateful for in my life? What abundance am I grateful for? What have had come into life that I had been grateful for too? That just expands the ability to receive it. So I feel like that's the big message they want you to know right now because it can impact you in big ways. So I like that for you. And that's it. Easy breezy, short and easy. That's what they have for you right now. So many blessings. All right. And then up next, we have New Love. You are up next at 3939, repeating numbers. Want to know how will the tea sessions with Jonas go? All right. Let's see. Based on current energies, what are these looking like? Okay, got that one and this one. All right. So you do have two fours. You have the major arcana four of the Emperor and the Four of Cups. Um, Four of Cups is a good emotionally stable type of energy. Um, that can border almost stagnancy, like, okay, it is completed. All right. The Emperor energy, though, I like adds in there. It's like at the least, it's going to be stable. Um, they go, all right, as expected. All right. But the Emperor energy is an energy of Aries energy. It's action energy. It's or I can also decide how do I want it to go, and I'm gonna make a plan. I'm gonna put energy behind it on gratitude around what I am wanting to happen, and then releasing it, going if it's for the highest good for everyone involved. This is what I would like to see, and I have gratitude, and I trust you, Creator, that you're going to bring in the best, outcome for us. So I like that. That energy, but the very basic stable, stable results, right? That's how it's going to go. So hopefully that makes sense for you. And that's what they have right now, new love. So many blessings to you. All right. Then we have, let's see, we have Ashish Balakaran. I probably told him or did that. I do apologize. So, um, you're in the IT field, lucky you, and you're applied for a software job. Will you get several soft jobs? Will you get one of them? All right, let's take a look here. Based on current energies, will you get one? Okay. And if you do, can you tell us which one? Something that can okay. Something that can tell you which one it is. Will you get one? Ooh, look, two of wands. I do feel like you have an opportunity between 2, here, and the one okay, yeah, and here's the devil card is Capricorn, Saturn, the work energy, um, so I really feel like, you have a choice between 2. You definitely get an offer here, um, but this Capricorn, why is this one what is this one? Um I'm trying to see here how this will tell you which one, but I just feel like there's it's going to be up to you which one you choose. I don't feel like one's going to be set really apart from the other because I was trying to go, well, which one is which? And they were like, I was seeing the planet Jupiter and the planet Saturn because they're right next to each other. And they're like, well, on one hand, like it has in here. On one hand, you have this. On the other hand, you have that. And I feel like you're going to get two job offers out of it, and then, but they're both going to be similar, and neither of them, and this is good for you to know, neither of them is there's not a wrong choice, is what they wanna say. Like, "Well, if I choose that, that's gonna, alter the course of my life, and if I choose that one, I'm gonna go down." No, it's like either one takes you forward in your life to where you go. Either one doesn't take you off of your path. So, I like that for you. So that's good to know, good news to know. So, congratulations. Alright, so many blessings to you. Alright. And then we have Alicia. Alicia, you are up next. So, Alicia, I'll get your timestamp here. I'm going to reading on what's coming next in your love life. Let's take a look here. What is coming in here for your love life? Love life, love life. All right. What does Spirit want you to know? All right. Wow. Some really positive things here, Alicia. You've got here the 10 of Pentacles, which is one of my relationship cards. It's an abundant card, though. It's a fullness partnership kind of card. You can see there's two people in there. There's a little kid in the corner, the dog, there's a man, old man in his wheelchair, got all the pentacles in the palace. It's the fullness of life. And the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is one of my also it's a relationship type card, but it represents because she whirls over the mind with the King of Swords, but all the queens get a portion of cups behind the scenes. She also is this beautiful balance between head and heart. Because of that, this card represents someone that's so compatible, someone who's intelligent, but they're not so much in their brain that they don't know what an emotion is, or someone who's so connected to emotion that they're emotionally unstable. It's someone who's very balanced, right? And they fit like a glove, and they're able to express their emotions. And so this is that why it's such a great fit. It's like someone that matches a lot of your energy, and you're just like, wow. And so I love that energy coming in here. And this is what is coming towards you next in your love life. So all the duds, all the false starts, all the, ugh, look what happened has been changing. And it might have been like feeling kind of dry lately. The pond is dried up, all the fish, there's no fish in the pond, right? But you're like, it's been happening on purpose because you've been really learning about yourself, releasing some old ways of thinking, processing some emotions. You've been preparing yourself, getting rid of clutter out of your mind, your emotions, your energy, even out of your physical life, preparing for this. So continue to do that because the more you dump more of that stuff, the faster the energy speeds up and brings them towards you. Feel like based on current energy, I'm feeling like 10 weeks. But if you continue to dump more thoughts and beliefs that don't serve you, emotions that don't serve you, do energy cleanses, even if it's in the shower or bath, going water, wash away these energies that don't serve me anymore, purging anything that sparks lower vibrational energy, like you see it all the time, like that painting that my ex gave me, but I love it, but every time I walk past it, grr, I'm gonna give it away. I'm getting rid of that energy. That's the kind of stuff that comes in here. So I love that for you. Exciting times. So like the most, I think it's 10 weeks away, which what it would be what? April 20th, May 20th, June 20th, probably middle of July, but can be sooner, depending on how much you purge, right? All right. So that's what's coming in for you, Alicia. Happy for you. Many blessings. All right. And Melissa, you are up next. Look, 4747. A lot of repeating numbers today. So, Melissa, thanks for wishing a belated birthday to Andrea. You're so kind. And you want to know when will you get a new job? All right. Let's take a look here, Melissa. Based on current energies, right? I do want this one here and that one underneath it. Okay. Boom, boom. Here we go. Got the 10 of cups. Joy, joy, joy. So definitely something coming in here very soon. And the 7 of wands. Now, that's a deep, heavy sigh, right? Oh, I know. It's been such a journey, right? I've been trying and trying. But there's this relief kind of feeling that came in with that sigh because it's like your mind trying to control your heart, your mind going, you know, you need to, you should go for this job and you need to go to this job, or should, this is the kind of job, and then blah, 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 and blah. The mind having this list of the kind of job that you are supposed to have, right? But your heart's going, no, I don't want to do that anymore. And the 7 of wands is also about not dimming your light, not asking permission to shine, not defending what you wanna do and where you wanna go. And the 10 of cups is like this following your joy, following your heart. And I feel like you're kind of maybe having trouble finding a job in this where you're looking because your heart doesn't wanna work in that anymore. It's like if you've been in customer service all your life and you're like, okay, what customer service job am I going to work in now? It's like, nope, I don't want to do it. No. So that energy, your heart's energy is pushing things away because it wants you to go this direction. So it'd be like if you're doing like a job search engine and, wherever people look for jobs these days. And You filter it out by selecting certain job categories. It's like, don't select anything. I know it's like, oh, but there's so much stuff, but you go look and you just look and see what stands out to you. Where does your heart go? And then look and see and um take a chance on going in a direction that makes your heart, because that's where you're going to get the job. That's where these opportunities are going to be, because your heart is fed up with the mind being a party pooper, you know. When we choose what our mind wants, we end up kind of feeling like we're existing, whereas we choose where our heart is taking us, we feel like we're living, right? So I feel like that's what's coming in for you here. And it can be very fast, but it depends on you how quickly you're able to bravely and courageously kind of go there, because sometimes there might be like a job that's you make a little less, then you're like, "But I really like that money." But when you wake up every day going, "Ugh, I gotta go to work," instead of, "I can't wait to go." When you are living your passion, that passion, because you have this gratitude energy, it brings in abundance faster, and in a variety of different ways. But you can sometimes move up faster in a company or in a position when it's something you love versus something that you're just like grinding and dragging yourself into every day, right? So hopefully that helps, Melissa. That's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Shanay Govender. Hello, hello. Long time, I think. You're like, no, I come in all the time, brother. I don't feel like I've seen you in a while. So welcome. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Um, so you want to know, how does Kyle feel? You ran into him, hopefully not with a car. Again, looked like he wanted to say something. Oh, okay. Let's see here. So how does he feel? Okay. And then I want to know, what did he want to say? All right. Me mean nosy. Okay. So how does he feel? Three of Cups. So there is this joy, when he saw you, there was this joy, but I know you're like, "Psst, bzz, bzz." Shh, Brenda Zen, no, no, no. But the Three of Cups is third party kind of thing too. It's like they wanted to express their joy, and they have this joy in seeing you, but they also have this inner tear that they're torn between feelings for someone else too. Something important to know about that, it's not personal, it's not you, it's not them, it's they're unhappy on the inside, and they have this idea that I'm going to find my joy and my fullness of heart and everything out here. And that's why when we're like, they're reminding me of like my mom, and who, with her relationships that she had, they ended up going and out of the relationship to other people, and she, like we all are taught, right? She carried this blaming herself that I must not have been enough if they had to choose someone else. I mean, I felt that way too when I was, cheated on. And it's like you realize that wasn't about us. That was their actions telling us about them. And because if we were the ones that they were unhappy with, then I mean that were making them unhappy, then the next person they were with, they'd be happy and they'd be with that one. But no, usually we'll see people go from person to person to person to person, or at several people, because they feel like I feel so hungry, but it's like we have a tapeworm, and the more we eat, the fuller the tapeworm gets, but we feel like we're starving. That's kind of the energy I feel like with them. Of I know it's a weird analogy, but that's kind of what's coming in there. So they have this care, they have this joy for you, but I feel like they're hesitant in sharing it because they're like, I don't want to lead you on and have you like feel like you're um like I want to be with just you, because I don't feel like one person's enough for me right now, right? Let's see what did they want to say? Yeah, the Queen of Cups. They wanted to share a lot of their emotion that's on their heart here with the Queen of Cups. She rolls over the cup suit of emotion with the king, but all the queens get a second portion. That's a lot of emotion that they wanted to share. They wanted to share what was on their heart, but we understand why they are hesitant in sharing that because they don't want to be that guy and rehash something if they're not ready to act on it and be just with one person kind of energy, if that makes sense. All right. So that's what's coming in for you, Shanae. Good to see you. Hang in there. All right. Much love. All right. And then carmeldeamon. Hello, hello. Get your timestamp down here. So, Carmel, you want to know why is Caleb thinking of you and does he have the intentions to ask you out romantically? All right, let's take a look here. So, what is on Caleb's mind? Oh, I thought there was a card that wanted to be seen, but it ran away. All right. So, here and then intentions. So I should get two for intentions. We'll see what that's about. So, number one, what is Caleb thinking? So we have the Three of Pentacles. This is about being true to one's authentic self. And they've got this energy here that's coming in about, like, I don't want someone to tell me what to do. And I don't want to try to have to be what someone wants me to be. I feel like they're kind of in this adamant single mindedness where they might have had a relationship recently where Um, someone had a lot of expectations, a lot of what they wanted, and they communicated it very strongly to them who they weren't being. And so they're just like, I don't want to be a caged lion. I don't like that feeling. I don't like feeling like a disappointment. So they're in this little kind of fine, I'm going to just be me kind of energy. I stomped my foot if you heard that. Me. and um and for them right now, there's this thinking that in order for me to be that, I can't be in a relationship because they've got these thoughts that, and this has a lot to do with their how they were raised, that relationships are work and you have to stop doing so many things and stop being yourself. That's kind of what they were taught. And it was reinforced in these people they drew to them that matched that energy. So I feel like right now they're kind of in this I just want to be me, and I'm going to kind of see who will allow me to just to be me. And let's see what their intentions are towards you romantically here. Yeah. See, here's that 10 of wands energy of I have to put in so much work that relationships are a burden. So I don't feel like they want to invite you out romantically yet. This King of Pentacles is about I'm putting my energy into fullness of life and a relationship to them with their current mentality means some of my life gets sucked out of me. And it's not that's not specifically towards you at all. This is just their mindset going in. And so I feel like they just wanted you to know that this is where they're at. And they, you know, they're going to find out very quickly that that's not a very fulfilling thing. They're going to get all this physical, money and possessions and their body and this and that and everything else. And they're going to be like, I still feel empty. And it's like, yeah, it's until you find your true self love and then you're able to share that love with someone that will mirror that back to you, you do feel empty, right? So, right now, I feel like Caleb's in a bit of a stubborn recovery kind of energy, if that makes sense. So, not right now, Carmel. You can still hang out, but one thing I did want to add in there, I do feel like there's this kind of energy of I don't mind hanging out and getting to know you, but it's not a date and it's not romantic. I feel like they'll be like, yeah, let's go hang out and just chat. Is that a date? No, it's not a date. It'd be like, no, 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 it's not a date because a date comes with expectations and intentions, and they don't want that right now. They just want to be able to get to know people and find out who they are and see if someone will let them just be themselves and not have this feeling like someone's trying to cage them, right? Interesting, right? You're like, "Oops." Anyway, but that's what's coming in, Carmel. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we have Minu Muan Huda. Hello, hello. Hopefully I said that close to correct. Good to see you. And you like a general reading. All right. Let me highlight that here. So, general reading. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Alrighty. Ooh, 3 cards. All right. So, you've got some movement here. All right. So, you have the 8 of Cups that's coming in here. You have the Knight of Wands and the Judgment card. Boom, boom, shaka, shaka, boom. So, the combination of these 3 cards coming in together, the Judgment card is like your higher self calling you to see things from a different perspective. And the 8 of Cups is about walking away from a relationship that no longer serves you. One that is with the Knight of Wands, more passion, um, more energetic and physical attraction. But there's this emotion that's kind of absent from it. And it's because this other person, they don't have a whole lot of self-love, so they don't have, a whole lot of love to give because we can't give something to someone else that we don't already have for ourselves. So if I love myself this much, so much love I can give you. And, but this person I feel has learned to share how they feel through passion and intimacy and that kind of energy, not emotion. So it's like they can make love like you don't you can, you're like, wow. And really have a lot of action and time spend time in that, but the emotion feels lacking. It's like if you would say I love you, they could be like, I love hanging around with you too. And you're like, that's not what I said, you know? And so this is this realizing, yeah, maybe the intimacy is great and you love the action and attention and that fiery personality might be that they're hot too, but it's like, it's not enough. And this is like this judgment card is saying, it's not enough for me. I'm wanting more. And I don't feel like that person is in that place where they can give more because they only have that much self love. And they're not in a place of where they're working on expanding that self love. So they can't give you that. And so when we recognize that and going, okay, you know what? It's been fun, but it's not enough. Right. And that's not fair to them or to you. Because if you're like, you know, you'll do for now that, they need to have that. I just don't feel like you're able to give me the amount from your heart as that I would like. And so I feel like it's best. And if they hear that enough, then they'll be like, oh my gosh, they're right. I don't. I'm going to go therapy or I'm going to do some inner work. I'm going to transform that. So we don't do people favors if we, you know, um, don't talk to them about what we're wanting in a relationship that's not there, too. Right. But not out of like, "You're being a failure," but it's just like, this is what I feel is going on, and I don't blame you, and I don't I'm just saying this is where I'm at and what I'm wanting. I just don't feel like I'm able to get that from you. And I feel like, I'll try." You're like, "Okay, well, yeah, if you want, this is what it looks like for me," right? You tell them, "Well, emotion means this and that and this and that." And if they're like, okay, yeah, you're better off without me because they're like, I'm not gonna be able to do that. So anyway, that's what's coming in there for you. So hopefully that resonates there for you. All right. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. And we have Nisha Bell. You are up next. Let me have your timestamp here. So Nisha, hello, hello. So clarify a situation for you. sure, we'll do our best for sure. Suddenly you feel sadness and your eyes were wet. Oh, without a reason. Is it a uh, sending you this energy or just your hormones? No contact. You're funny. You never know, right? It's like I was reading something. I saw it on Instagram, I think, and it was actually said something like that. Have you just felt a sudden sadness or like you just started to cry and you don't really have this reason why? They're like, the planets have changed where we're all out of the retrogrades, everything's come to a calm. It's almost like our body, we've been in under so much emotional, astrological energy that suddenly it's like when you've had to like toughen up because this happened and this happened and this happened and we're like, you know what, I will cry later, and we put it while we're getting through everything, and now that things have calmed down and we're to ourselves, we're kind of just like, oh my god, and I'm like, yeah, I can definitely feel that. But so take that as you will, but we'll see what else spirit has to say here with the cards, right? So, what's the reason for this? Is it was it A sending you or B hormones, right? Let's take a look here. All right. I don't feel like it was A sending their energy um or hormones actually. You got the 3 of pentacles, which is about this being true to one's authentic self, but the 6 of cups, this um this child energy, but it's past life energy. So I feel like um, something happened within your astrological birth chart that allowed some past life emotion, which has been growing and growing and growing for all of us. Like last year, Spirit was saying that all of humanity got like 1% more access to our subconscious, which is where one of the conduits to past life emotion and memories and experiences uh, is. But this year, every month, we get 1% more. It's like that's why this year is such an expansive energy, is that we're getting access to our subconscious and all these things are bubbling up. All of these emotions are bubbling up. So I feel like this is more like a past life, and it's even the era of, that's shown on this card here. But it was this like processing an emotion that I feel like you're relating with in this realm right now too, in this lifetime, which is about I'm tired of trying to become who other people want me to be. I'm tired of feeling like I might be punished if I don't, fall into line with everyone else, or I'll lose support if I'm not who they want me to be. And I'm just tired. I'm just tired. I got to be me. And there's this release of this emotion from the past lifetime, but also like this lifetime. And I feel like it's this I just want to be loved for who I am, not, fearing that I have to shrink myself, walk on eggshells, um, be afraid to express who I really am. And I feel like this is an emotional release that has come in for that. So hopefully that helps and that resonates there for you. And crying is a wonderful, wonderful release of energy. It's this emotional energy bubbling up and wanting to be released. And in the release of that, the crying, allowing things to flow and feeling it, not stuffing it down, it allows it to transform and not impact us anymore. It takes away the charge from it. So I like that for you. So hang in there. Cry as much as you need to. There's no shame in crying at all. All right. So that's what they have for you, Nisha. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we have Maria P coming in. So, Maria, thank you for your donation earlier. And you'd like a general reading for you. All right. Let's see. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. Here we go. Boom, boom. All right. Wow. Look at this. Right now, it's a very important time for you to connect to your higher self. The star card does represent our higher self. You'll sometimes see the hermit card with a lantern with that star in it. That's about the connection to the spirit realm. And the high priestess energy too, very psychic, very spiritual gift energy. The high priestess steps away out of the chaos, goes up into her high priestess temple, connects to the higher realms, looks behind the veil, dives deep into their own emotions. But with the combination of these two major arcana, it is an important time for you to make sure that you are taking time to connect to your higher self, to connect to your loved ones on the other side, to your spirit guides, your elemental spirit guides, because they bring in this wonderful feeling of unconditional love, but they're also a great source of guidance for us and clarity and support. And I feel like this is an invitation from them to spend some time doing ritual journaling, automatic writing, whatever it brings in, if it's painting or going for a walk, whatever it is, how do you connect with spirit? It's like this personal invitation. Hey, come spend some time with us. We have things we'd love to tell you. So I like that for you, Maria. How fun and exciting is that? If you are like, well, I don't really do that, or I feel like you do, but for anyone, I have in the description box of the video, there's a playlist for the monthly quest videos. And in those, we talk about how to connect to our elemental spirit guides and other practices and things. So um, feel free to check those out. They are free. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear, my dear. Let me bring some more of these over here. Many blessings to you. All right. And then we have Livier Vergara. Hello, hello, Livier. So you would like to ask who will be the person or place supporting you for your new place to start working again. All right, let's take a look here. So, what can you tell us about person or place and who's going to support you here? All right. So you have the temperance card. Yay, patience. Things slowly unfolding. No, the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is about, becoming aware of our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that, make us feel blinded and bound and trapped and restricted and small and limited and powerless and all that. Um, you know, so it starts with us that we're the ones that are our mindsets are what keep us from moving forward, right? So questioning our thinking is important. And the temperance card really is, it's like this is creator, this is spirit, this is the spirit world. They're this angel that's pouring things and going back and forth between the two things. And so I feel like it's on one hand saying it's up to us to release these beliefs that are keeping things from coming to us, right? So it's like, you know, what fears do I have about not being able to have it? How much of my mind is controlling about um, where I'm supposed to work, I should work, I need to work, I have to work? Those beliefs we have can actually be beliefs in lack and beliefs of limitations that is keeping it away. And spirit wants to bring it to us, but our energy is going, no, I can't have that, you know. Um, and so there is this trusting that it's almost like we release it to creator and we go, creator, I want this a new job. I want to work somewhere else, or I want to work somewhere. And so, but I give it to you. I surrender it to you, knowing you're going to bring me the perfect job in the perfect time in the perfect way, right? And it's like, but I need, but that mind. As soon as you say that, our mind starts to go, yeah, but, and it's like that's the thing of the true release of all the expectations allows us to be in a space to receive. Otherwise, our energy is pushing everything away, right? And then once we tell the creator, once what we'd like, the rest of the time it's gratitude. And how we communicate to the creator what kind of job we want is how much gratitude and what we're being grateful for when we communicate around jobs. Like if you're in a job now you can focus on what do I love about the job I have now, right? And then other jobs I've had in my life, what have I loved about them and what am I grateful for? And as I'm telling the creator all that, they're like, uh-huh, okay, uh-huh. All right. And you love that too? Okay, uh-huh. And it's sincere. We can't fool it. We can't make stuff up. It's like really picturing what I did in a job and what I loved about it and having sincere gratitude. That's like, all right, I'll bring you something that brings you this, right? And if it's like, I loved in this position that I made really good money. I really love that feeling. Picture yourself receiving that paycheck, seeing that money being deposited into your checking account or whatever, right? It's like, oh, getting those bonuses. I really love that. It's that energy is what draws it in, but we're the ones controlling the timing by if I'm focusing on want and need, like I want a job, I need a job, I need a job, my need energy is lack energy and I push it away. So hopefully that helps. So the person or place supporting this thing is you changing your mindsets, giving it to creator and you communicating to creator. They're going to bring in what your energy is focusing on. So hopefully that helps. That's what they have for you right now. Livier, hang in there. All right. Many blessings to you. All right. And then we have Yessenia Marquez. I think I'm saying that correct. If not, my apologies. So you were arrested on Thursday. Oh my gosh. What adventures, huh? Yeah, it's definitely for a wrongful arrest. So will a lawyer take your case to court to sue? All right. Of course, I'm not a licensed medical or legal professional. See the disclaimer in the description box, of course. Tarot is for entertainment purposes. Ultimately, everyone has to make their own decisions. Let's see what Spirit has after my disclaimer made. All right. So, will a lawyer, based on current energies, will they take your case? All right. See what we have here. I feel like you definitely have possibilities here with the death card, with death and rebirth, and the Ace of Wands. This fiery, passionate action energy, and it's about where you invest your energy in here. So, um, um, I was going to say, luckily, it's not murder, right? I didn't kill anybody. um, but this energy about and the death card is an ending and ace of card is a beginning, so it's about changing the energy. So that's where possibilities come in. If we're focusing on our fear, like, oh, I fear someone's not going to take my case, then we're pushing away people taking your case. If you're focusing on great energy around needing and wanting, again, that it's lack energy, it pushes it away. If you can change your energy and go, I know it's hard. This is not an easy situation at all. So my heart goes out to you and we send you so much love, so much love. But if we can take a big deep breath and go, all right, I need to calm down. And then we step back and go, all right, creator, 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 spiritual posse of support on the other side. I need someone to take this case for me. You ask once, right? And then you release it, you surrender it and go, um, I trust you. I don't trust humanity. I trust you. Humanity, we go into fight or flight mode. We do fickle things. That's why, we trust creator because they don't go into fight or flight mode. They love us so much. They are all knowing, all powerful. We can trust them, right? So you can say, I trust you to bring me the perfect lawyer in the perfect timing in the perfect way. I release it to you and I'm grateful to you. I'm so grateful to you. And then just think of everything you're grateful for in your life and for creator. I'm grateful that you are my protector. I'm grateful that you will guide me. I'm grateful for clarity. I'm grateful for information. The more you focus on gratitude and higher vibration, that's what draws them to you and it will draw that perfect person in. But if I'm focusing on fear and lack and need and want and I'm freaking out, which, If you do, give yourself grace. We do, because that is a rough situation, and we can definitely understand how we can get sucked into that. But try to take a step back and focus on that other type of energy, and then that will bring in the perfect lawyer for your case. So definitely the possibility is hugely there. It just takes a little bit of fluctuation in that energy, and someone will come towards you. So hang in there, Yesenia. We send you so much love, like I said. Right. Okay. Let me bring some more over here. I know such fun adventures in this lifetime we have, don't we? All righty. So up next we have Lucky, 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 Lucky. You're at 12020. Look at some more repetitive numbers here. So for your free question, Lucky, is the ex-husband going to be incarcerated? Wow. What is in the air? All right. Well, maybe you are hopeful that they will be. Lucky? Don't say anything. Oh, good. There's no chat. You can't comment. So you can't be held liable. And neither can I. All right. So again, legal disclaimer. Of course, I'm not a legal professional. Tarot is designed for entertainment purposes. Check the disclaimer down below. Ultimately, everyone makes their own decisions, right? So let's see here. Based on current energies, is the ex-husband going to have a little vacation coming up here away from people? Let's see here. All right. Well, we do have the Sun card coming in here. And the Two of Swords is this, it is an indecision. It is mixed emotion, not mixed emotions even. It's because it's all about thinking. It's the battle between the head and the heart energy. But the Sun card coming in here is about a victory. So whatever that means for you, that's what in the beginning, right? Well, I do want them to be, because I feel in danger. Um, so if you do want them to be put into, like, that would be the joyful thing for you, then that's what's going to happen with the Sun card. If you do not want them to be incarcerated, then that's what, because it's whatever the joy and the brightness and success, whatever that means to you, is what this is coming in here. But that Two of Swords too feels like, on one hand, I don't want them to. On the other mind, yes, I do. Maybe that's where this indecision's coming from. But I do feel like, um, I just feel like it's undecided ultimately, but I do feel like there is a great possibility that they will, with the energy that I'm feeling here. But I feel like not everything has been decided yet. But it's like the jury's out on it, literally, maybe. But I do feel like there's that energy, because usually this Sun card means, like, you see the wall behind here of the garden, that the little inner child's breaking free. But I kind of feel like that wall is more like a prison wall kind of thing, that's coming in right here. Yeah, and it looks like justice. The justice, how they have justice is blind, and they're usually holding one sword, not two. Um, so that's kind of where we're at with that. I know it's not like an absolute energy, but that's the energy I'm picking up. It's not an absolute answer, but that's the kind of energy that I'm picking up. So hopefully that makes sense to you. All right, so that's what's coming in, Lucky. So many blessings to you. All righty. Then we have Victoria Huber-Ramirez. You are up next. Hello, Victoria. So you want to know, will you have communication from male Sagittarius in the near future? It's been years since you last spoke. All right, we'll take a look here. Let me take a sip here real quick. All right. So based on current, well, that was loud. Sorry. Based on current energies, will you hear have communication at least for the male Sagittarius in the near future. Got that one. None of those. What else? What else to know about this male Sagittarini? Okay. Ooh, look at there. We got the Lovers card coming in here. Well. What's this other card? Oh, heartbreak. Disappointment. You know, I had a feeling that they're in a relationship right now, and I don't feel like it's going to be in the near future. Because I feel like with this combination of cards, I had a feeling like when I was doing those cards, I'm like they're with someone right now, but I feel like it ends with this heartbreak card, and you don't hear from them till that breaks up. Um, so timing on this here. I mean, the three to the six, because the six is a lover's card. 3 to 6 months feels like more closer to the three, but I feel like they haven't made a decision. That's why there's these possibilities with this energy. I just feel like it's 3 to 6 months with this combo here, closer to the three. So that's what's coming in, Victoria. So boom, boom. All right. Many blessings to you. All right. And then Lil Bit, you are up. Let me get your timestamp here. Whoops. There we go. So Lil Bit. So what holds in store for you? For you, for your Cancer and your Pisces. Okay, let's take a look here. So what's in store for you, Cancer, and between you, your Cancer, and your Pisces? I get it. Okay. So based on current energies, what does the future hold, right? What is coming for you two? Okay, none of those. What else? Okay, this one here. All righty. Wheel. Seems to be a little bit of fun adventure happening here with the Eight of Cups and the Nine of Swords. Eight of Cups energy, you know, sometimes is like walking away from relationships that don't serve you anymore, but it's also about walking away from emotion that doesn't serve anymore. And the Nine of Swords is the nightmare and insomnia card, but it's about letting go of thoughts that don't serve us anymore, small t truths that don't serve us anymore. So I don't feel like there's like this ending kind of relationship energy that's, there. It just feels like there is this um opportunities. It doesn't mean feel like challenges, but it's like things bubbling up between the two of you that are happening for each of you at different times to release emotions that don't serve. Could be some old things that happened in previous relationships, um that were they're bubbling up and being kind of ignited in the relationship, and then same thing with mindsets and beliefs and uh you know triggers that have been there. And so the thing is like, let's say if you've been betrayed in the past, you might like I'm just thinking of an example of myself. Like I was betrayed in my first two relationships, and my third one, when we'd started hanging out, and I'd go to their apartment and I'd go to the restroom and I'd see two towels and I'd be like, "Who was here?" And they're like, "What?" I go, "There's two towels. Who was here?" Thinking, in this little passive aggressive way of accusing them that they showered with someone, right? And they were like, "Oh, no, I showered in the morning, for work and da da da." And then I went to work out and I wanted to take a shower so I wasn't stinky and I didn't want to use that towel, so I used that one. And I'm like, and I see two cups in their sink. Who was here? And that's that, because of the past, uh, ac- like accusations or having things spark with someone else, right? It was great because it was wonderful because um, I did that several times and they said, you know what? You have a mistrust of people. And if you don't get that taken care of, you need to go to counseling because we're not going to make it if you keep doing this. And I was like, so I went to counseling and I did face my mistrust. And I feel like that's what happens here is these things bubble up, but it's for you because you're able to release things, from our lives that we're bringing into those. And that's what I feel. I know, whoa, that doesn't sound like fun, but it is. It brings freedom and it helps bond your relationship better together too. So uh, hopefully that helps. That's what's coming in right now a little bit. No, we ended up breaking up later too, but it was 3 years. We did stay together 3 years. And it had nothing to do with those things that were coming up. It had to do with crystal meth that I did not know they had a desire for. Well, surprise. All right. But I'm not saying that's what's going to happen to you. All right. All right. So there you go, a little bit. Little TMI, right? All right. So let's take a look here. So, Jonathan, you are up next. So, Jonathan, happy Easter to you. You said, can I get a reading? So, we'll give you a general reading and see what Spirit wants you to know right now. All right. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Okay. All right. Wow. There's definitely some change coming your way here. You have the Nine of Wands leading into the Ten of Wands. So there's this progression energy. The Nine of Wands is about you really taking your power back into your hands. Before we're all, in this nine here. Oh, sorry, this nine, that little space that's here. Let me see if I can do it. The space that's here, you can see it further closer here. That the Ace of Wands they have in their hands used to block that. It was a block. They couldn't get through it. You can see they have a bandage on their head. It's like something that you've been trying to get past for a long time, hitting your head up against it over and over. Here's that flow. You're gathering up all the wands and you're moving forward. So this thing that felt like a block, this thing that felt like a burden, this energy flow is coming in and it's bringing you this harvest instead. So perseverance, this blood, the sweat, the tears that you put in um, is going to pay off, but it's because you're taking that power back with that Ace of Wands into your hands. And what that is being aware of where am I investing my energy? Am I investing my energy in what's not going right? What I'm lacking, what I'm wanting, what I'm fearing, what I'm hating? Anything that lower vibrational lack energy or pushing things away, that's the block, right? But when we take it back and we realize we're not at the whim of the outside world, you know, we can't control what other people are choosing with their stories, with their emotions, with their energetic choices, with their physical actions. And so when we're trying to invest energy and trying to control that, it's a waste of our energy, right? Because it doesn't work. What we do is we return the energy back to our power, which is that I get to choose the story of what something means. I get to choose the energy that I'm investing. I get to choose the emotion I'm feeling in each moment, and I get to choose my actions. I can't control anyone else's, and that's the most productive use. And it changes from burden energy to harvest energy because we're taking our power back. The whatever's happening in the outside world just is, but I get to choose what I say that means, how I feel about it, how I'm going to react or respond to, right? And I feel like with you realizing where the power lies in a situation is I'm not powerless. I'm powerless to control others, definitely. Being a manager for many years, trying to control people's output, you realize very fast people ain't going to do what they don't want to do. You come back to you where your power resides and you make different choices that change things. Instead of focusing on the lower vibration, you start focusing on gratitude, for what you do have and what you have had. That brings in more gratitude. You focus on unconditional love. That grows. You focus on joy and play and laughter. More of that comes in. And it switches the energy of what's going on around you. And you no longer feel powerless. You feel empowered. You don't feel limited. You feel limitless, and you're able to move forward. So hopefully that helps with what you're going through right now. So many blessings to you, Jonathan. That's what they have for you right now. All right. Let me move the last of these up here. There we go. Right. Ateshi Singh, you are up. Hey, Ateshi. Get your timestamp here. There we go. And you want to know, why do you keep seeing SSP and SRJ together in your dreams? Uh-oh. All right. See what's going on here. Is it a premonition? Are you remote viewing? Or is it a emotional transformation and connection, um, healing, awareness, processing? Let's take a look. All right. So these two cards here. We've got the Hierophant and the Strength card. Wow, two major arcana here. So you can see in the Strength card, the maiden has the infinity symbol above her head. The Hierophant also represents, bringing in the capital T truths. It's our higher self. Both of these are like our higher self showing us the truth of things. So in your dream, they're bringing up awareness to you around fears, around, and I don't feel like it's a premonition kind of dream. Like, we want you to know what's going on over there. I feel like they're representing your fears of not being chosen, a fear of being betrayed, a fear of people ganging up against you. There's like a variety of different emotions below that have been living around in your subconscious that your spiritual posse is bringing up so that you can realize it and transform it. And that's kind of what's happening. Well, when we are getting towards releasing and processing some emotions, our spirit team will bring things up in our dream in one place. They'll also bring things up in the outside world. Like, you might come across and keep seeing SSP or SRJ. You might be seeing these people in the physical world independently, not together, but you might see them, or you might see them bump into each other. But also in our, while our brain is resting, they'll use our movie theater to also bring things in. So they'll bring things in the outside world in here until they won't just like, hey, deal with this, psh, you know, here, Ateshi, you need to work through this. It's like, bah, my brain broke. Instead, they'll subtly bring it in more and more and more, and then bring it in our dreams and all that for us to work through and to start processing it. And then we get to that place where we're ready to face those fears, and then we are able to work through them and release them, but we're getting to the root of things. And I feel like that's why that's happening with all that energy. All right. So hopefully that helps, Ateshi. That's what they have. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Tashu Tomar. Hopefully I'm not saying that too badly there. You are up next. So, Tashu, you are, uh, okay, I'm not going to try to, murder your name more than once. We're just going to keep it that way. So you want to know, um, Krishna's current feelings. Okay, let's take a look here and see what their current energy is towards you emotionally. Okay, see what they're able to tell us here. All these, all right, we got 3, so let's see what we have here. We have the Fool card. This is the first card in the major arcana, and this is a freedom card. It's like free of expectations, free of restrictions and tensions and all that. It's like this fresh start, a clean slate kind of energy. Let's see what else we have here. We got the 5 of Wands. with the Four of Cups. Five of Wands energy, obviously, you can see it's kind of conflicted energy because they're all battling one another, but it's a transformational energy where it moves from um, conflict to unconflict, right? Non conflict. And the Four of Cups it is about emotional stability, but it's also about emotional, like so emotionally stable. After a while, it becomes emotionally stagnant kind of energy here, right? So their feelings feel kind of like whatever conflicting energy that they had, it's like they've resolved to just kind of, it almost feels like purgatory. It's like just to kind of be in between to, not, I'm not way over here and I'm not way over here. I'm just kind of holding out in this middle space of not being committed, not intending to go anywhere. It's just I'm kind of just being in it right now. I'm not trying to, go in any direction, just seeing what unfolds kind of energy, if that makes sense. I do feel like with this Five of Wands, I do feel confliction between their head and their heart. Like there's emotion there that is there, but their head also is kind of caging their heart, going, no, 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 you can't act out. You can feel, but you can't show it kind of energy. And I feel like they're just kind of like in this. I just want to see where things go. I don't have intentions. Um, I don't, want to take any specific actions kind of energy. I just want to just hang out and see where things go and hang out here and there. It's not like they're like, I want to hang out like every day, blah, 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 too. It's just like, I just want to see, I just want to go with the flow, see where things are going in my life and with you and with other people. And it's like, what? So that's the kind of energy that's coming in here, if that makes sense. But it just feels very in between things and not really intending anything, just kind of seeing what's going on. So hopefully that resonates with you. So interesting energy, but that's what's coming in. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. So many blessings to you. All right. And then leastly, but not, oh, say lastly, but not leastly, we have Swaroop Bobby. So Swaroop, thank you all for getting your patience and getting to your readings here. So you'd like a career reading, please. Any new long-term job coming? All right, let's take a look here, Swaroop. Anything new? What about career here? Okay, they do want this one, and they do want this one here. All right. All right. Well, you definitely have joy on the other side of this barrier here. The 10 of Cups is joy and celebration, but that 9 of Wands is about perseverance, right? You see the bandage on their head. You probably feel that way, right? I've been hitting my head against this wall forever. I need a bandage for my head. But so I do feel like there's, this joy and this celebration on the other side. It's just like hang out just a little longer. I know I feel like you just got a job recently, but it doesn't feel long term, right? But there's something that's coming here that will make your heart sing with this 10 of cups. It's just persevering. That 9 of wands holding that ace of wands energy, it's always a great reminder. So I just make a decision. I put my sleeves up, I put them down. I'm like, what do I want? I don't know what I want. But there's this, our mind will say, well, this is the kind of job I need and I want and blah, 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 right? But the heart is like, I don't want to do what I've always done before. I want something where I feel like I'm living, like I'm making a difference, like I'm doing something instead of just existing. And I feel like that's the change of energy, this ace of wands. As you take it and you have this passion that ignites in your heart, you can focus on what you're grateful for, right? Think about what job you would be grateful for to have, but think about why you would be grateful for it. If it's like, well, it makes lots of money, it's like that doesn't make the heart happy. um, it just, keeps it alive. That's existing, right? Money helps us to keep existing. But what about living? What makes your heart want to sing? What makes your heart want to dance? Think of that. And then think the creator, say, I'd really love a job where I could get paid well and be able to do something like this. And I'm grateful that you're going to bring that opportunity in the perfect timing, in the perfect way. You surrender it, you ask it once, surrender it. Then you just focus on gratitude, gratitude. What are you grateful for in the jobs that you have had? Think about all those things. And the more that you tell the creator how grateful you are for those things, and you actually are grateful for those things, not just telling them, but are grateful for them, picturing those things in your mind, feel those feelings, and feel that gratitude. We're telling the creator, he's writing down all the stuff that we're grateful for. Okay, these are the things that you would like. When we're talking about things that I want and need, or I hate, or I don't want, or you know, um, those things our energy's pushing all that stuff away from us, or it's drawing in what we fear. Like if I fear I'll never get a job, blah blah blah, I'm making that happen, right? So it's really understanding your energy, how much of your life is about your energy, not about waiting for something to come to us. It's about my energy is what draws things to me. We're not I like that we're not a baby in a little baby seat in the back seat and someone else is driving the car. I'm driving the bus, and the creator is following my energy to determine what they put in the GPS that we follow, and we go in that direction. So I like that for you. And you definitely have these possibilities of that 10 of cups. It's just on the other side of stepping into our power, removing that obstacle, so that we can move towards that. So hopefully that helps, Swaroop. That's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone. I will post here a pinned comment in just a moment after I'm done with the stream, and that'll list everyone's name with the timestamps in it, so you can look for that. And thank you for all the thumbs up. It always helps spread the love energy. You're part of the love tsunami. And I'll be back next Friday. I am on Monday, not Monday. I'm on Friday and Saturday night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and then on Saturday and Sunday afternoon, 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So if you'd like to join me, check out there. If you'd like to be part of my YouTube channel memberships, there's links down below with the times where we meet throughout the week. And if you want a personal reading, I do offer those too. There's a link down there on all the things that I offer. And then a ton of free content too. We have all the playlists listed down in the description box with all the free videos that I put out weekly and monthly and even quarterly. So be sure to check those out if you want more messages from Spirit too. And remember, as you're going through this amazing adventure that we're on, that every second of every day of our lives, that we truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love. You hang in there. You take care of yourselves. Remember, have fun, because Spirit asks us all the time, why are you being so serious? So hang in there. Love you. We'll see you soon.